Hola, boa noite. Welcome to the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club. We're a week late. Normally it's the first Monday of the month. We moved things around. It was my birthday last week. And the continuation of the celebrations for my significant birthday here with, let's bring them onto the screen. Oh, yes, let's bring them onto the screen. Club Alveazara. In Lisbon, Eric J. The Algarve, Eric. And Miguelito and Kat in central Portugal. Folks, it is so lovely to see you here. Hi, hello, boa noite. Okay, contain yourselves.
But not in central Portugal.
Where are you?
Northeast Washington State.
Oh, my goodness. At your vineyard?
No, we sold that 2 years ago, but we're right next door to it.
Wow, fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us from the United States. How is it over there?
Hot.
Hot. Okay, right.
It was 39 yesterday. We were in a yacht race, and it was a 5-hour race. It was just murder.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Hotter than central Portugal, and that's hot, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's going to be another hot one today. I mean, the air conditioning didn't go off until about 3 o'clock in the morning.
My goodness. Right.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't toss yourself off into the sea if you're on a yacht. Anyway.
You mean, did we go for a swim?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, with all that cool water around you. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. If you can speak, Terence Austin, please go ahead and tell us how you are.
Me, I'm feeling very red at the moment. Yes. I don't know why.
Yeah, you do seem a little flushed.
I think Eric's had an effect on me, Eric the Red, and I've caught redness, basically. I don't know how or why, but and also I've been feeling a bit like the last meme I put up on Facebook was I don't know if anybody remembers the banana splits,
Yes.
that wonderful Hanna-Barbera.
Yep.
Yeah, and I can't figure out. I'm having a right old smile away with the incredible Garbo here, and why I look so much like the monkey character of Hanna-Barbera banana splits.
Yes, yeah, that was an amazing show.
It was Flegel, Drooper, Snore, and then
Fligo. No, I can't remember.
Give him a moment.
I think I can't. And then I looked at that and I thought, it's all falling apart, isn't it? You know, I really do need to do something, but I don't know what. I'm a bit lost now.
Okay, all right. I'm old enough, clearly, to remember the banana splits and the program that Terence is talking about there. Okay, all right.
Which nobody else remembers.
I'll see if I can find a picture for everybody else.
Please do.
You're fresh back. You're back in central Portugal in Alveagra. How was the rugby? I think it was a cricket score. It was referred to as a cricket score when the Portuguese played there.
It was the day itself was wonderful. It was quite good to go down and see the lads and have a few drinks and some free Chinese food. Maybe talk about that later. The match itself was nothing short of butchery, really.
Butchery, annihilation.
To be fair,
surrender.
You're playing one of the world's greatest teams at the moment.
Capitulation.
But it's not. Wasn't good for Portuguese psyche. Put it that way.
Oh, okay, all right, but they put on a good show. I mean, they're a great team, generally speaking, aren't they? But I guess taking on Ireland is not the easiest game you're going to ever play.
No, not really.
No, be kind to them. Ireland are really probably one of the world's best three.
Yeah, right.
Some people would say the world's best.
Just depends really on where what you're thinking about.
Whether you're Irish or not.
Yeah.
But no, they were absolutely hung, drawn, and quartered, and well, I don't want to be too disparaging, okay? I'm trying to hold myself back here from topping out too early.
But on the bright side, they did actually get the ball over the line twice. One of them was disallowed, but
That was when they took the ball on the pitch.
They breached the Irish defence twice and left them on the heels. To be honest, I mean, the attack is really, really good. That's why I love watching Portuguese football. It's rapid, it's smooth.
What about the rugby?
But defence-wise, they need one. They basically need the defence.
Okay, well, it sounds like you had a great day in Lisbon, and you're allowed to drink at the ground. It looks like the hospitality was good.
And fair credit to Eric. He was a total gent, right? And looked after us grand style.
He
did. Showed us all the best places. And we even stumbled across a nice Chinese restaurant, didn't we? Where we were well received. I think it was because obviously they felt the vibe between me.
It's when he went,
and we got free food, and these honest Eric and Garbo's faces, they couldn't believe that they were sitting there getting free food, so they couldn't enjoy it, right? They were like looking at one another and really a bit stiff for quite a long time, probably about 3/4 of the way there, and I was having a right giggle.
Yeah. How did you manage that? Can you tell us that briefly, how you managed to get free Chinese food?
Charm, sort of kinship, you know, that I have very deep East Asian roots, Oriental roots, and I think that actually helped. I think that was an international.
Were you mistaken for a relative and just went along with it?
Probably. I complimented the owner. I didn't know she was the owner. I said she's got a beautiful face.
Oh, that's what I heard her say. Is that Uncle Wong?
He's always Wong. So really.
Oh my word. Okay. Well, I'm very pleased for you. And that's quite the coup to have pulled off, isn't it? So you've definitely pulled something off in Lisbon. Have you muted yourselves there? I don't think I did that, did I? No, I think you've muted yourselves, guys.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No, that's true.
Well, let's go to Eric. We'll come to you in a moment, Johnny Cocktail. Now you've made Terence even redder. But actually, before we do, Linda, good evening to you.
Sorry.
Good evening to you, Linda. I'm guessing you didn't go to the rugby and had a nice quiet day.
I was in the world of me anyway.
Thanks for joining us. Right. Brilliant. Did you have a nice peaceful day on Saturday with all these replicas?
I did some acrylic painting.
Did you?
Because I do enjoy art, and so I took advantage of the quiet day, no disturbances, and
beautiful.
Produced a picture. I was quite happy with myself.
Quite
cool. How nice. So that's what you get up to then. Very nice. Okay, and you've got the great Terence Austin on hand with any artistic tuition you might need as well. Isn't that great?
Yeah, don't count on me. I was totally drunk the other night. So.
Yeah, so I heard about that. Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Club Alvazra. I see we're struggling to go out on some of our destinations. So let me see if I can put that right. Also to say good evening to Darlene Souza, a Portuguese person, or at least of Portuguese origin, who's become a YouTube member. Thank you, Darlene. Very kind of you. And Eileen. Hi, Eileen. Good to see you as well. Working, but wanted to show support. Well, thank you very much. You know how arduous it is for us to have to sit here and drink for an hour. Thank you for helping us out with a bit of moral support there. Eric, so you hosted these guys, did you, on Saturday?
Yeah, in some weird way, I guess you would say that. We definitely had a full day.
Yeah.
And yes, we did have free Chinese food. And oddly enough, somebody was knocking on my door yesterday afternoon, and I actually thought it was somebody to collect for lunch, but it wasn't. So anyway, but Saturday night.
Bill.
What was that?
You forgot Bill. You must pay.
You
won't pay.
But Saturday night actually was my indoctrination. My indoctrination for rugby was Saturday night. So I got to see a match that was 106 to 7. So
yes. Wow.
I'm not sure the next time we'll be going to see a rugby match, but it was great company. We had a great day. And here we are. Thanks for the invitation tonight. I don't know if I've ever had a fizzy wine, but I have one tonight.
Good on you.
Yeah, for sure.
Rosé as well. It's got a rosé.
That's a rosé.
Very much. Much
Yeah.
appreciated. Do you feel capable enough to explain rugby to somebody else now, as a
No.
sort of marker of how well they taught
No
you?
chance. No chance. I actually had another Austin sitting next to me for the game, Ben, and he was attempting to explain all the rules to me as the game was going on. But all of you guys think American football is complicated. Rugby is far more complicated. So.
No.
Oh yes, for sure it is.
Really? Okay. But it's mercifully much shorter. It doesn't last for 6 hours, does it?
No, that's true. That's true.
Right.
Because if it did, it would have been about, I don't know, 600 to 13 or something like that.
That's true.
You know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And did we discover on this show that American sports can't end in a draw? I didn't realize that, but there, I think Americans criticize British games because they can end in a draw. That doesn't often happen, does it, in American sport?
American football can end in a draw.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Baseball can't. Ice hockey can't. Yeah.
All right, all right. I must have been giving some duff information there. Okay, thank you, Eric, for being here tonight. And how brilliant you're going to be trying some Portuguese fizz tonight. Really appreciate that. Okay, let's give him an Algarve welcome. Albufera style. Johnny Cocktail, how are you doing?
I am doing terrific. Thank you very kindly.
Smattering of applause.
I want to touch on a few points that were mentioned earlier. First, Carl, something you said, and why do we only get a drink for an hour tonight?
Well, no, it was just the moral support that Eileen was giving us. It made it sound like it was really hard work what we were doing. It's like, yes, here we are having to sit here for an hour and drink. Thank you so much for your understanding and kindness towards our plight, Eileen.
I feel better now. Okay, and then second, back to the rugby game. The spread, the betting line was actually 130, so Portugal covered the spread.
Wow, good on them.
So yeah, you can cash in all your tickets if you bet on Portugal. Yes, because it was the bookies had it at 130, plus.
Oh really?
Okay.
So and it came out to be 137 to 136. Portugal pays.
Wow, amazing.
Of course, I just made up all that bullshit. So,
thank you very much, Johnny. Right, yeah. You were taking us into a rabbit hole, which I was very happy to agree with right there. And it's only going to get worse. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm just getting started. Right.
Yes, you are, aren't you? And I'm guessing you've got something fizzy with you as well. We will talk about these fizzies. Hi, Kat. Good to see you as well in the background there. Hi, good to see you. I got some notices, and because I thought maybe, given that this is a bit of a birthday celebration, do you know what, Linda? I'm going to take that Gia off the screen there that you're hidden behind. Sorry. There you go. That's better. Right. I
didn't want to mention it, Carl, but I think it's a bit personal. That
you could have said something, honestly. With which is the best line?
Now it's all done wrong.
Then we can
coming out now, and that's it.
Right, a few kind of notices and prompts here. I wanted to ask you, first of all, where are my slides here? Oh, yeah, first of all, we've got a wine of the week now. This is from my local wine cellar in San Martino de Porto, and it is the Tapada de Elvas. We're going to do this every week now and recommend that people give us a little bit of a review and to buy from their local wine cellar. Mine is Red Notes. That's they are called Red Notes. It's not like they're Nortish Familiar. They are Red Notes of San Martino de Porto. Sergio got a couple of bottles of that today. So we'll be doing that every week. Party this weekend. The party continues. Happy Feet Austin is going to be there, I hope, this weekend.
I'll try my best. I am working today.
All right. Okay. We'll see if we can drag you.
I will try my best.
With all the things that are going on in Portugal, politically, citizenship-wise, this might be a little theme of conversation after we've had a few drinks. Dorothy is asking Toto, are we still in Portugal? Is it the Portugal we still love? Despite all the things that are going on politically, I'm guessing we're still all very happy here. We might say a little bit about that. I didn't mean to put that slide on, but anyway, might as well leave it now. We can start learning Portuguese.
I like that one.
And finally, the big vinho e vida question. Maybe we'll do this on future wine clubs, as well as drinking wine. We can consider a big life question. And mine to you, everybody, this evening, is somebody entering their 60s. That would be me. what is the advice that you would give? So if you wouldn't mind sharing what your wine is, what your fizz is, and a little bit of advice for somebody entering their 60s. That's if I'm assuming that's if you're already there. I don't know who is and who isn't on this screen, by the way. But if you are and you want to give me a little bit of life advice, please go ahead and do so. Club Alvazra, what is that fizzy thing I see before me on your table there?
I don't know whether you can get it from me because the camera's quite a way away. It's I've never had this. I've had their white. It's the João Pires.
Yeah,
but it's I didn't actually know they did a espumante. And normally their white wine is pretty damn good. So it's from the Jose Maria Fonseca JMF stable. So it should be decent enough.
Yes. Okay. Very good.
And
any
good jockeys.
Yes. Yeah.
any advice for somebody going into their 60s?
Somebody going into their 60s. My first advice is don't try and cross a busy road so that you think you're going to get across there quickly. Leggy. Leave yourself a bit more space, okay?
Well, you're not as quick as you used to be.
No, because you think, right, I'll just nip across here, and you find that's not going to happen. You have to go back to the pavement.
Well, as people are hooting you and shouting abuse at you from passing cars.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I did a similar thing myself earlier this week. I was out in the one of the fields strimming, and there's a little wall that divides the property from this other piece of land at the back. I thought I'll just nip over there, save going all the way around. So I went to hop over the wall and just got sort of horribly impaled, flailing around like some bug with insecticide on him, and it was awful. It just a real sort of underline of age.
Really, and then you peed yourself to cap it all off.
No, I normally did that anyway. But,
You'd already done that. You'd already done that.
So yeah, it's not very gracious.
Okay.
But you're still here, aren't you? So that's the important thing.
So far, I'm really inspired. Thank you for that. Terence.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Advice to someone
Advice
going
to the over 60s. Well,
yeah,
as a person that hasn't reached 60 yet, I've, I'm imagining some advice because being 47, it's difficult to kind of like pass that forward, really. I can see people laughing, that's quite insulting.
Tough paper round is what they're thinking.
Yeah, hard paper round, that's what it was.
Written hard and put away wet.
Over 60s or somebody hitting 60 is really, I've got to be honest with you, the slightly serious point is I think my life kind of kicked off on 60.
Yeah.
I really become quite ill and very, very fat and overweight. And the diabetes was really ripping through me. And I thought, I haven't got long here. And I kind of like sorted my diet out and give myself a good sort of shaking up and didn't take any medical advice, which I'd been taking for probably the last 20 years, and tried to find my own way, banish carbs from a diet, and never looked back really. I'm actually feeling now in this shady time of life that actually it's a burgeoning flower. I actually feel really good, really good. Burgeoning.
So you hadn't seen the burgeoning flower for years, and now you suddenly can again. Is that what you'd say?
Pretty much, yeah. I've got a lot more freedom. I'm not a kind of slave to sort of insulin the way I was, and trying to eat at certain times. And like, for instance, I could go down to Lisbon, walk around Lisbon all day long, not worry so much, Whereas before, when I was like kind of injecting myself with a lot of drugs and things like that, I'd go 2 hours and I'd have to eat something, and I'm always going, oh, where's the next eatery? And just getting fatter and more unfit. And
Mr. Creosote.
Mr. Creosote. And I just hated it. So I've got my life back. But really, I have to say, I have to encourage anybody to just do it yourself, right? And don't take 60 as a kind of like cut-off period. It could be, the autumn and the fireworks of your life.
Wow. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Yes, sobering. Miguelito, have you got something to add to that?
I do. I thought that I'm 74. I thought that I was prognostico for 60-year-old is not what I'm going to be facing at 80.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
And it's a shame about people who do get in the same kind of rut. They get into a regime with their doctors, and they're just going every which direction. And all they need is to, as you say, is just to sort out your life yourself. We've got a couple of friends here who we got back this year, and they said, "Yeah, I've stopped drinking." I said, "Really? Why?" He said, "Well," he said, "you know, I found out that if I wasn't drinking, I felt an awful lot better the next day, and I slept better. So he said, I've just quit." And there's a guy who used to love drinking bourbon and good wine and beer, not to an end, but he said, "Nah, just got to quit." And he said it made a huge difference in his life. And that's the same kind of thing. Just is he has a great diet. He's always been a healthy looking guy, active, and he looks even better now. So it doesn't mean I'm going to stop drinking yet.
Okay, very interesting. Kat, are you doing an embroidery there?
I am. As a matter of fact, I'm mending.
What, some socks or something like that?
No,
not even that much fun.
Just
Not even that much fun.
trying to keep our lives together.
Indeed, with a needle and cotton. Well, thank you for being here and multitasking.
It is kind of traditional that you don't sit down until you have some piece of handiwork.
Yeah, that's true.
Used to
be.
Yeah.
Wow. Don't sit down. I'm going to take that as a bit of a going into my 60s advice. Don't sit down unless you've got a piece of handiwork.
It is a good
one.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Could include a bottle of wine to open.
Well, that's handy.
Well, yeah,
yes.
I'm going to be working on that one in a moment.
Oh, okay. Oh, that looks a bit special. Right, Linda, whether you are 60 or not, I do not know, but what advice would you give to somebody going into their 60s?
Get your eyes tested.
So
in the road cause a problem.
So when you are in a condition that Gary's talking about of trying to cross the road, not only you're not as fast on your feet, but you need to see what's happening, and these blurred objects are actually fast moving vehicles.
Yeah. It's sort of when you get to a certain age, your eyesight does start to deteriorate, and sometimes you don't realise that it's happening. So if you get to a certain age, then it might be a good idea to get your eyes tested. And, you know, you could save yourself from being run over.
It's true, isn't it? And not so much. I mean, some of us do squint here, but some of us can't help it. So, yes, but that is very good advice. Thank you very much for that. Should go to Specsavers. Not should have gone to Specsavers, but should go to Specsavers. Thank you very much, Linda. Eric, any advice? And what is the fizz you have?
Oh, the fizz I have is
Hold on.
Fita Azul.
Yes, we know that. We've tried that one in the past, I think. And we're not the gold edition rosé, though, I don't think.
No, I'm intrigued. Intrigued.
Espumante, very good. The Portuguese fizz.
So as many people know, basically I'm a red wine drinker. I don't really veer off of that too much, and I don't think I've ever had a fizzy wine. I did look for red fizzy wine in the store, but they didn't have that. So I said, okay, I'll compromise. I'll get the rosé because I definitely won't like the white, I'm sure. So I picked that up. It was, I think it was Mark 750 in Continent, and I think I picked it up for $5. So that's nearly double what I pay for my daily bottle of wine, but okay. Here we go.
Now, did you say you haven't had fizzy wine, as in ever, or just in Portugal?
I've had champagne a couple of times, if you want to classify that as fizzy wine, you know, on special occasion times, weddings, different gatherings and stuff like that. But I don't go out looking for it. So my memory would say that in all likelihood I haven't had fizzy wine before.
Amazing. And espumante, I think, is a bit more everyday than some of the fizzes around the world, isn't it? So yeah, looking forward to your assessment of that. Yeah, any advice for someone going into their 60s?
So you're assuming I'm 60 already?
No, I didn't know. I prefaced all of these questions with should you be in that condition or not? What would you suspect is the right advice?
Yes, I'm in that condition, and I would have to say, looking back on when I entered that condition, you come to realize that You don't move as quickly as you think you do. You don't think as quickly as you think you do, and you don't recover as quickly as you think you should.
Oh my goodness!
Right. So you just have to kind of keep some of that in mind when you're going to get aggressive at a project, or you're going to,
have a fight with someone. Yes.
Yeah. So other. I was approaching my condition when I first moved to this country, and I would say it probably did me some good from a stress standpoint. And I was speaking with Gary and Terrence about that over the weekend. I feel a lot better than I did before I came over here, and so I'm sure that all helps.
That's great to hear. That's really good to hear. So it's been a tonic for you to move to Portugal.
Yep.
Right. Okay. It's almost like giving you some years back by the sound of it, almost.
Most likely.
Yeah. A little jump start or something like that. Great. All right. Looking forward to seeing the expression on your face when you try the Rosé Fizz. Thank you for the time being, Eric. Johnny Cocktail, what you got?
Well, what I have is something I picked up last night. Tonight is the last day of Tavir's Wine Festival that started on Friday. And I went last night with the express purpose of obtaining a bottle for tonight's broadcast. There's maybe 15 different producers, very small lot. They're names that I'd never encountered before. The batch is small enough that it gets obligated to restaurants, some to export. Of course, a lot goes to Lisbon, but it's not going to be in the local grocery stores around here. So this is something yummy that I got, and I tasted several different espumantes. This is from Bairrada.
Oh, wow, not seen that one before.
So this is from Idalio Estanislao. It's the Pedroso, which is an extra bruto Tinto Roriz. It's a reserva from 2023. Comes in at 12.5% alcohol, and it's just delicious.
The condensation on that is looking fantastic. And that is a red fizz, isn't it, of Bairrada? An
Well,
unusual...
skin's off. So you'll see so it's not a red fizz, not you might think.
Visually. Okay.
Yeah, but you can loop back to me if you want. I did want to keep it bottled up until I had a chance to show.
Right. Okay. Well, I need your advice for somebody entering 60. Pete's not.
I sent this earlier on the WhatsApp chat.
Okay. Yes.
It is. Right. Keep up, kid.
Yes, thank you for that. And sexercise every single day with no excuses.
That wasn't my contribution.
That was Tony up there in the north, wasn't it? I don't know what they get up to up there in Viana do Castelo and the Minho. They're the man in the Minho. He does complain about having a moist Minho quite regularly, so presumably he is keeping up in that department. So thank you very much. We'll come back to what these taste like in just a moment after we've heard from Miguelito and Kat. What you got there? I think you've got something home brewed. Am I looking up there?
Oh, somebody's home. Yes.
Yeah. Look at the color of that.
No label.
So this is made by a friend of ours who just started their vineyard. They've had a vineyard for a long time, and they just started to actually produce wine commercially. And this is a bottle of a grape called sparkling wine, and the grape is called Zigarette. And it's one of those Alsace region grapes that got away, and it's actually a very interesting flavor. It makes a way better sparkling wine than still wine. So this is the first time we've tried it. I've made sparkling wines from the same grape for quite a few years, and it's always been quite pleasant. So we'll let you know what this one is like. Anyway, it makes
the sound of that. Love it. Love your glasses, by the way, Miguelito.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's Cary Grant glasses.
These are my Cary Grant glasses. Yeah.
Can you taste and do the next bit of commentary in a Cary Grant kind of way as well?
No, because I don't have a big car and a steering wheel that goes like this.
You can get one of those. There must be one nearby.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I could go like this.
Probably.
So
All right, very good. We'll come round for some tasting notes. May I just share this? I found this. I've never seen this before either. It's Raposeira. This is I think again over the Barada way. Let me just see if I can get that onto the screen here.
Where's
Yeah,
that?
bit shiny, isn't it? Oh bloody hell! Raposeira. It's blinded by the light. It's Bruto Reserva. A nice little bargain at Intermarché. And I was taken by the sticker, which how many people will have hit that here?
Oh!
Can I just do one of my?
You take it by the sticker.
Yeah, I got them green for that.
No, that sticker on there, which is a Mundus Vini Gold.
I've got to take it by the sticker.
All right, okay. I'm gonna pop it. I think we're all open now, aren't we? Are we not?
All of it.
Carl, may I just intercede here just for a couple of minutes, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to focus on you, right? The man
Yes.
in his last 50s decade, right?
His last legs.
Basically put us all together. Most of the people on the screen would have never known each other if it wasn't for you. So, and along with probably hundreds, maybe thousands of other people. So
Yes,
as you leave your 50s and enter the 60s, so I raise a glass to you and I thank you very much for all you do.
Very good.
Oh.
Well, it's been a
Good
pleasure.
job. Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. And I didn't mean to necessarily. It just happened.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
accidental conflict.
How about that?
Well done, big man. Well done.
Well, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. Oh, and hearing those words and that, it's got a very particular nose. Oh, I love that smell. I really do. I kind of know I'm going to have a headache eventually, but I just love that aroma. Delicious. Oh, very delicious and dry. Excellent. Tell us about the club Alvazar.
It's a lovely club.
How's it going down, Alvazar?
How's it going, Dad?
Change it again.
Tell us about, while I stay for this, tell us about your selection there.
I think with this one, I'm going to change to try this. Take a mouthful, but kind of chew wine. Let it go. Let the bubbles mix in your mouth because it just really make a difference.
Chew it. How do you chew it?
Yeah.
I know what he means. Yeah. And cheers, Sarah. Thank you very much for being here as well this evening.
That joking is off, of course.
That's not for a wine.
Very full.
I like this.
Yeah,
I like
Me
this.
too.
Really, really
It
nice.
surprised
It's a
me.
good one.
It was an unknown, but I know that their white wine is very good value. It's not very expensive, their white wine. I can't remember how much. It's probably about the 7-8 mark. But I thought, well, if their white wine's good, their Espumante's probably just as good. And they haven't let us down. It's really, really, really nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It is. It's reasonably sweet, but not too sweet.
It's quite floral as well, isn't it?
Quite floral.
Yeah.
And I don't take this the wrong way, but I almost, when you said chewy, I kind of get the bubblegummy type.
It's got quite a consistency to it.
Yeah, which I don't find unpleasant. I quite like.
It's smooth. It's very smooth.
And I know that sounds a bit, but it does actually. It does actually taste really, really pleasant.
There's a lot of taste in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of taste in it.
Well, it's not too fizzy.
Nice bubble
Yeah.
structure.
Yeah,
I noticed that
it's
one.
got the bubbles, but it doesn't leave you with that sort of like tingly sensation.
And
It's nice. Very
you
nice.
don't get the.
No, that's right. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? The reflux?
Well, I hope it is.
Right, okay. Because some of them can be a bit harsh, can't they? Let's face it. Some of the vinho verdes give us that from time to
Can
time.
be a bit lively.
Yes, they can be a bit
But you're not
stringent.
You're not getting that with this particular.
No,
Not
this
at all.
No,
is
it's
glorious.
very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Different
true.
feature then. What would differentiate it from other espumantes for you?
It's more still. It's not as bubbly.
The bubble structure on it is very, very velvety. It's not coarse. And there's a lot of flavors going on in there, like floral. You get a bit of citrus, but a lot of other things going. And it's one of those ones you got to study for a while.
Yeah.
And with a lot of espumantes, it's like fizz, a bit of sharpness or a bit of sweetness, and then it's gone and done with. This is lasting. I can still taste it now.
I know what you mean. I'm getting a bit coming back up.
Bit of gurge.
Yeah.
Give it a tap.
It revisits you a little. But no, it's really, really, really very pleasant.
It is very civilized.
Are you tasting that free Chinese again?
Who could forget the free
That
Chinese?
is great. The great name for an album.
It's even better the second time it's free.
It is the taste of free Chinese, a 2 CD set.
I've got to admit that the Chinese meal did revisit me quite regularly throughout the rest of the day. And there was a high garlic content.
And everyone else, presumably.
I do like, I'm a great lover of garlic and the health benefits of garlic, but it did revisit. Which,
you know,
Is that why? That video you sent me of you and Bobby when you're embracing him, is that why he was a little bit shocked? Possibly he got a full
of my bread, probably.
MSG, garlic, the whole gamut of flavor sensations. All right, very good. Thank you for that video. It's hilarious. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
Jane Adlington takes me back to wine tasting during the COVID. We never stopped.
Yeah.
Did
We
we?
just drank more, didn't we?
It takes us back, but we actually never stopped.
God, it probably almost makes her look forward to another pandemic.
Cheers. Right. Oh my goodness. Oh, Charles Mitch, hello, mate. Happy birthday,
Charles.
Cheeky bastard. What? Well, hello to you as well, Charles. How about that? How about that? Amazing. That's incredible. Okay. Superb. So yes, I think approval in Alvandra. Eric J, we need to find out, don't we? How is this experience for you?
Let's see. The initial aroma is one of fruity type. I will say that the carbonation is light, as in like the bubbles are small, not large. You know what I'm saying? That the sense that I get. I'm still trying to put my finger on what the initial taste is, but I will say, once you get the initial taste, it gets a little acidic on the finish. And truth be told, it does leave quite an aftertaste, like even now. So maybe it's the quality of the wine that I chose that might have something to do with that. I'm sure. Well, I don't want to say I'm sure, but maybe the more expensive varieties and things like that might bring a little more joy than this one does. But I don't know. So that's just my 2 cents.
It takes us back, Eric, to when we chose wines based on our personality, and I think you're well and truly like a rich and fruity and deep red wine guy, aren't you? I think this sort of is,
You're not fruity.
well, in the sense of mellow, rich red fruit.
I like a dry, strong red wine.
Yeah. So this is just a little bit kind of awkward and brash for you, presumably.
I could see how this could be a nice little summer drink, you know, when it's a bit warmer out and things like that. And
yes,
you know, but not going to be my thing long term for sure.
That's always an interesting test, isn't it? You ain't going to be buying it again.
No.
Definitely not yourself anyway.
Unless my wife likes it, and I'll have to buy it again. But
will Pat get to taste this?
Yeah, because I definitely won't finish this bottle, and she'll be home in a little while, so she'll get to try it.
Excellent. It'd be lovely to see her and get her reaction on that. Great, thanks, Eric, and I appreciate it. You know, just stepping out of your comfort zone, tasting wise. Much. I mean, that's what this is all about, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, Miguelito.
Yeah. So Eric made a couple of comments just right in his very first thoughts about the wine. He said it has very small bubbles, and that's a very good thing for a sparkling or a champagne. Big bubbles are designed for beer, and that's where you leave them. And it's good to have that acidity in a sparkling white. Without it, they die in the bottle really fast. It sounds like you've managed to pick actually a half-assed decent bottle of bubbly. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that commentary. It's always great. These are the things we learn, aren't they, at the wine club? Yeah, I'm really enjoying. I've got to say, I'm enjoying this. There's just something about Fizz doing the biz, the atmosphere it creates. Johnny Cocktail, how's yours?
It is as enjoyable as yesterday, and what's a nice thing for you, Eric, this is a way to enjoy a Tinto Roriz in summertime. So I'd love it as a big, red variety. Typically it's in blends, but now you can have it as a nice small bubble structure. Overall, the structure is very nice. It has nice legs to it. It does have that acidity, so it would stand up. And that's why people say champagne goes with fried foods, because of the acidity going with that fattiness. And this would be delicious with a fried fish. Or even
a full English. A nice breakfast wine. I would. I really would.
Absolutely, this would be delicious with that. If you had any other fried fish, even on a salad for lunch, would be delicious. It's again a lower alcohol content, 12.5%, not as low as some vinho verdes, but it's a very pleasant wine. It's more on the drier side, and I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
And I would love to, if
see
there
if
was
I
ever
can
an
purchase it up
opportunity
here.
to share this with Carl as a belated birthday
let's
drink,
do it.
and
Yeah, let's make that happen. Well, again, I wasn't expecting that, and that is a great serving suggestion. It pairs with British classics like the Full English and fish and chips.
Mm-hmm. Hey, John, I've got an idea here. Right? You just made me think. How do you reckon this might go with a nice bit of lobster? Because lobster's quite sweet, and this was slightly, might balance that sweetness out. I know lobster's not fried, but I've got a feeling this might actually go nice with a bit of lobster.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to try.
Well, it could be tried, couldn't it?
I'm not feeling that, bro.
Well, I think I would. I'm not a lobster fan,
because lobster's quite sweet.
Well,
suddenly there was a lobster.
You don't.
I don't want to argue here,
Maybe it's not so fatty, but maybe even a pan-fried sea scallop. But normally a fattier thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sea scallops.
You're all it's oysters,
Mm-hmm.
fresh oysters on the half shell, a little bit of rock salt. That's what you drink champagne with.
There you go. Champagne oysters.
And I mean that's
champagne and oysters does have a ring to it, doesn't it?
Yes, actually. Yeah.
It does, and a certain ending to it, I hope, as well. I mean,
better than free Chinese.
Well,
I would.
Nothing's better than free Chinese.
I can tell you, fella, nothing's better than free cold Chinese food.
And a giant thing.
And a giant panda.
And something which got a face, which
interchangeable faces, which got more and more fierce as the day went on.
What was that the drink?
No, that was the. I mean, lovely manager being very.
Oh, yeah, about the guys on the old. I don't know.
And yeah, I was thinking, Carl, you'd know this. What are those like things that they
kind of like Chinese guitars,
like a sitar, but
long handle,
long neck things, Chinese things.
It just sounded like deliverance. That sounded like deliverance and not China to me.
No, it wasn't deliverance. I don't know. There must be a name for them, but
traditional Chinese.
And they did. What did they do? Coldplay numbers. They did.
No
Irish. Yeah, Irish stuff. Yeah.
Hold on a minute. You had a traditional Chinese band playing
Chinese Irish stuff.
And they were beautiful as well to sit and listen to.
It was just great. But I just wish you two guys weren't so tense and thinking we're going to get smacked with a massive bill here.
It's happened before.
Have a bit of faith, will you?
Well, and we've got to talk more. I'll come back to this because it's fascinating. It's like listening to Oliver Reed and Richard Harris talking about their adventures in the West End of London. We'll come back to you. Anything else you want to add, Johnny?
No, I pass it to the state of Washington.
Let's go to the Whitbys then. Oh, a bit on the way. Let's talk to Sarah. Nice. Oysters and lobster has a better sound than a full English. I agree with Jane. Wine and recipes. Okay, well, we have started with that, haven't we? The Whitbys, tell us more about that and what you would pair it with then in that case.
I had a thought about oysters, but actually this would not be good for it because this wine is a little disappointing to us.
Not in the nose. The nose is great.
The nose is great. It's actually got a nice nose. Somewhat pear
drops.
Pear drops in the nose. Pear drops are?
Of course you do. You're British.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You're a bag of them, and you've lacerated the roof of your mouth for the rest of the
But
week.
it's got kind of a bit of a pear drop nose, but and the bubbles are nice. But
Color's nice.
color's nice, but it doesn't have the acidity.
No.
It just it dies in the mouth. It's just point because the one we used
Hell of a review.
We know the grape can do better than this.
yeah, we've made way better sparkling than this. In fact, I've got a case put away somewhere if I can remember which neighbor I gave it to look after.
What a brilliant TV show.
Neighbors and try and find your missing wine cases.
Yeah, we've already
Here
beat
for my wine.
3 cases out of his basement, so we got to
Well,
find.
you break in when they're out. That's an even better TV show, isn't it? Go and help yourself.
No, he has video surveillance. We can't do that.
Balaclavas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a hell of a review. It died in the mouth.
Yeah.
No, it did.
That's a terrible end to an evening.
That's why it would be actually okay with oysters, because you could wash down the taste of oysters if you don't like them.
Like oysters. I eat
Great meal. So
Who
memorable.
doesn't like oysters?
About oysters quite glibly there, Carl. And I want to tell you that story is a bit false, because I tried a dozen oysters once and only 6 worked.
Hey! Oh, very good. What happened to the others? They had to be exploded in a field nearby.
Oh, does a time delay work? Yeah, that's okay.
Oh.
In the next 6 hours, or can it be within 24?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I just know you're supposed to see your doctor after 4 hours.
If it exists for longer than 3 hours, you mean?
Maybe it's time to go back to Al Viagra. No,
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay. Well, I think, are we scoring these tonight? Do we need to do that? I don't know. They're very diverse, aren't they? I guess one of the tests is, will we be buying it again? Is it a great discovery? Because these are new to all of us, I think, maybe apart from Johnny Cocktail, but it's a fairly recent arrival in Johnny Cocktail's repertoire. Jackie's joining us with a very sort of cliffhanging comment, unless she meant to say this. Is it I, or is it a Roman numeral 1? What do you think Jackie's trying to communicate with us?
It's very cryptic,
Yes.
and it's making us think. I should probably be thinking about this most of the night now.
You wake up and say,
I, Jackie.
Jackie. Yes.
I need help.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh God, now we're all worried about you, Jackie. Please, will you put a comment to make sure that you're okay? And
Let us know you're okay. Yes.
No,
tell us the rest of that message.
It's
There, if you
just a pronoun.
I. Okay. She just wants to make it clear what pronoun she's using this evening. Okay, very good. All right. Well, thank you very much to you, Wine Club Ninjas. It's been great. Is there any more advice for the people going into their 60s? We've been light on that, apart from Pete.
Try wines.
Try more wines.
Yeah, try new wines, new to you wines.
I'm doing my best. A wine of the week from the local vintner has got to be a good move, isn't it? I think. So
in old seriousness, on the 60s front, one of them, I used to suffer tremendously. About 2 times a year, I'd get a back spasm that would lay me up for 3 or 4 days. And one time we were in New Zealand, we were actually on a camping trip.
Oh no.
Trekking, and I ended up literally laying on my back on the floor for about 3 days before I could move. And the problem was, I tried to lift a 60-pound bag of blue lip mussels into the cooler.
Yeah.
And something went, ouch, and that was it. So
60 pounds of mussels.
Yeah, 60-pound bag, giant. They bring their mussels, the green lip mussels, in giant sacks to the supermarkets. And this poor old lady, she wasn't old, she was young. She was trying to heft this thing into the cooler. So I said, "Oh, I'll get it for you." But I was standing on the angle. I picked it up, and that was, oh, that's going to hurt. It did.
Go to the point.
But to the point, when we got back after that trip, it was about a couple of years later when we both decided we'd start doing yoga, floor yoga. but not going out to a spa or
Well, we just
club or anything like that.
not that there's anything wrong with that.
We ended up
dogging at home. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we ended up doing a floor yoga. Well, there's standing and balancing stuff in it, and we do it 5 times a week. It's about 23 minutes, including savasana. And touch wood, since we started that, I have not had a back spasm. My back feels fantastic.
Great.
Down on the floor and put my head down for a down dog or something like that. I can feel things in my back going click, 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 click. And it's just an awesome feeling. And it takes 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week.
Very good. That is great advice.
Awesome.
Yeah, very good. Bit of yoga then. Yeah, yoga changed my life in my late 20s, I've got to say. So I might have to make a return to that. Very good, folks. I mean, I don't know if we should go here this evening. Might be spoiling the mood a little bit, although probably not. Muscles and wine. Yoga saves the day. Look, another fan of yoga there. Cheers, Jane, for being here tonight. And Charles finds those tiny Thai women are great for your back. And in my mind, I've got like sort of tiny miniature, like an army of miniature Thai women.
One on your back.
Yeah, like running up and down. And is this in real life, Charles, or of like a
Thai implication?
Yeah, good to see you here tonight, Charles. Well, closing comments, which might include tonight, folks. This earlier slide I put on, citizenship things is going on, is rumbling on, isn't it? It's upsetting some people who are thinking of making Portugal their home. I've got a feeling, us lot here, it's important to see this in the context of the lives we're living and the culture we're enjoying. And I think not to get too distracted. As some people, if they're not here yet, you can understand why they might be upset about, what they're fearing as a result of some of the news they're hearing. So are we still in Portugal, Toto? With so many recent changes, is Portugal still the place we dreamed of? And importantly, what is the alternative? So in conclusion, maybe say a little bit about your Fizz, but maybe say a little bit about Portugal as well, if you will. Club Alvazra, let's start with you.
Who wants to start first?
I'm thinking.
You're thinking. Well, if you're not 60 yet, if you're not 60 yet, and you're thinking about Portugal, you better hurry up and get here, right? Because you're wasting time. You're wasting time. You're wasting effort, and you're denying yourself an existence that's it's very good. It's very gratifying. It's very lovely. And you should have done it yesterday, basically. So get on with it because time's ticking.
Yeah.
Well, as an older person who is much older than 60, I would say that I find that the weather here is very good for my health. Because I have rheumatoid arthritis, I find that I'm more mobile. And I think if I was back in the UK, then I probably would be using a wheelchair.
Good heavens.
You were.
I was, wasn't I? Yeah, before I had a knee operation. But I think that, because of the way the weather is in the UK, I would be struggling more than I am now. And I think that if you're an older person with health issues, then, it is a better place to come to. I think it's worth giving it a try to see if it makes you feel better.
Nice one. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Gary. Terence, you've cogitated. What's bubbling up?
Yeah. Now, got to be careful here. No, not really careful, because I don't want to top out too early. But really, I totally agree with what you guys have said, right, about Portugal and the health thing. I mean, we're going to do the disco, aren't we, and the karaoke at the weekend. Now, I'll work all day like a slave, right? And then I'll go out all night basically, and do a lot of dancing, like you've seen me having a lot of sweating.
Absolutely.
Right? So much sweating, and go for it, right?
You take an extra cap with you?
I probably will. There'll be a lot of sweating in your cap, Eric. This is Eric's cap.
I thought I'd seen it before.
It used to be Eric's cap.
He doesn't want it back.
The message is, being 60 really is, there are no barriers. You make your own barriers, right? You're going to get a bit more pain. You're going to get a bit more discomfort, but the wins and the advances
Some
are
wind.
there to be had.
Yeah.
It's a case of mentality. It's a case of being a little bit mental, right? Of actually going, well, this could be the closing seasons of my life, or this could be the autumn of my life, where there's a lot of golds, there's a lot of reds, there's a lot of ochres, and it could be the fireworks of your existence. I tend to obviously move towards the fireworks of my end of life experience, and I'm going to take it, right? Every day I'm going to take it, every minute, live in the minute, live in the hour, live in the day, and what comes afterwards is really irrelevant, right? Is to enjoy yourself now.
Wow.
This situation, enjoy it. Have a laugh, have a giggle, go for it, push your body to incredible limits. Because you can. You don't think you can, but you can. I'm living proof of it, right?
Yeah. There you are.
Don't make me take my shirt off.
Well, there's the moment we wait for. It's like
No.
no. This happens on our Saturday nights when you're down to your vest. We know the party has started.
Yeah.
It's
Mate,
the best moment.
Don't take the defeat. Don't take the loss. Push ahead. Go for it. Enjoy your life. Have fun. Make people laugh. Have a giggle. And if you can't have a giggle and have fun at this time of your life, 60 plus, what are you waiting for? Going to do that?
Yes, well said.
Just take the thing by the testicles.
Well, it's funny you should say that. It's funny you should say that. Because I was thinking the other day that I've never in my life been so social, had as many friends, been out and done so much. You know, in my 60s, suddenly I have a whole different, chapter of life that opened up.
It's great, isn't it?
It is great. I've never known so many people and had so many people to go and see and so many things to do.
We have so much to do every day. Our life is full of stuff to do. But I mean, for those guys that want to come and retire on the beach and sit there and all that, that's fine. I love that. We'll play golf and brilliant. But life here is about trying the language, pushing forward, keeping your mind stimulated, keeping your body going. Yeah. And just push,
try new things,
Yeah.
So what might seem like these overshadowing problems of citizenship and changing conditions on that sort of political front, what you've just said, it sort of knocks that into a cocked hat, basically. That's some serious perspective. Still worth the admission price.
Go out and represent your country, right? Yeah, we're British. Okay, we go out and try and sort of represent our country the best way we can. I fall short sometimes, right? He's better at it than me. I'm a bit more fiery, but go out and do that, and take that perspective and sort of push ahead, make friends, put a smile on people's face. Yeah, I think that's what it's about.
Thank you very much. It's like having Confucius with us. Thank you very much.
Eric. I said I'm confused, and they did
confusing. It's like having a confused man with us. Thank you very much, Eric. Any closing comments from you? You won't be drinking that again, I don't think.
No, probably not. But I'll get through this glass, and I'm sure that bottle will be gone once my wife gets home.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to your question at hand there. Citizenship was never really a prime consideration for me when I came here. So that wasn't a driving factor. For me, it was about good wine, good food, plenty of nice people, which there are many. All on the screen here is a prime example of that. And I'll echo Gary's comment in that I've never had so many friends and activities to do and things like that since I moved here. And it's like, every day there's something to do. And, next weekend we're going here, the weekend after we're going there. And then what's happening during the week. There's always seems to be something going on. Like Terrence was saying too, you can take it easy if you want, but there's plenty of things to do. There's plenty of people to see. There's all of that. The only thing that I would recommend or caution people, when you come here from probably just about anywhere, you need to pack your patience when you come here. Because if you can't do that, then this likely is not the place for you.
Absolutely.
No, it's just the reality of living in this country. I've never lived anywhere other than here in the United States, so I don't have a whole lot to base that on otherwise. But if you can't really just let the air out of the tires a little bit, this is going to be a difficult journey for you. So,
Very good.
And I say that in as good a way as I can say. And one last thing. What's that?
It goes with the territory. If you've come here to unwind and relax, learning a bit of patience is not a bad idea.
No, but you need to bring some of that with you before you get here. So, yeah. But like Gary tried to convince me a long time ago, before I even was able to get here, he said, "Whatever you do, just get here." And I will echo that comment every day of the week to anybody that has any interest. Just get here.
Do it. Okay, very good. Thank you for that. And I think a little bit of balance is good, isn't it? Because these sort of media stories and the things that can predominate and preoccupy people can get their own sort of head of steam, and we need to balance it a bit with this bit of context here. Johnny Cocktail, what say you on this? Closing comments.
Closing comments. Box number 1. I check and say this is a solid 4. Happy to have it. Would be happy to have it again. Onto the 60 thing. You're as happy as you want to be. And it doesn't matter where you live. This is every day, make the most of it, because it's up to you. You decide what you want. And for me now, this is a very different time because it's a time of retirement where I worked so much before. Yeah, back to the point that I have so many opportunities. I have to say no to many of them with different friend groups, different activities, whether they're culinary, their activity, their social, their music. I'm as happy as I want to be, and I'm very happy to be here. On to the Dorothy thing. A lot of this is being driven by a recent political change, and I've also, the Portuguese patients, I also know that nothing happens quickly, and a lot of things that are proposed never happen at all. So I don't get my hair on fire. I just let everything just happen, and a lot of things aren't going to happen, but saying all kinds of crazy things are going to happen is what drives media attentions. So I just keep my head down low. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to drink this wine, and I'm very happy to share this time with you.
Oh, thanks, Johnny. That's great. You're not getting your panties in a bunch. I love that American phrase. You are definitely not getting your panties in a bunch about these proposals and ideas. You've got more important things to be spending your precious attention on, by the sound of it.
Twist.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you, Johnny, so much. Miguelito and Kat, what wisdom?
Was he talking about knickers in a twist?
Panties in a bunch. Yeah, knickers in a twist, I guess we would say back in the UK.
Yeah,
the King's English would demand a knickers in a twist.
It would demand an apology from John, actually, I think, on that one.
No, it was.
It was me. I started that panties in a bunch.
Anyway,
yeah.
As for the wine, sorry, I dud. We did have a second one in the background here, but we're having too much fun sitting out here. We had a lovely bottle of Campo Viejo's Cava from just across the board.
Campo Viejo is one of our favorite Spanish wineries that makes consistently good mass-produced wine.
Yeah,
and a well worth a visit if you're ever in the Rioja country.
Yeah.
Having said that, they produce a bubbly, and we said, well, we'll buy one of those just in case our friend's wine is a real dud, and we're not going to have more than that.
But I have time to go on that. As for the Dorothy issue, we were away when this was announced. We'd already left Portugal in early June, and so I'm not sure exactly what the ramifications are. But I'm a citizen of 3 countries. I don't need a citizen of a 4th, and if I can keep renewing my visa, I'll stay in Portugal till they put me in a wooden box. I mean, it's the big advantage is of being a citizen. You can vote in a federal election, and that is a right that you should always exercise.
Mhm.
I mean, we see what happens in the US when people don't exercise their rights. So
we also see what happens when they do, though, as well, don't we?
No, when you consider that.
That's an un-American
we're not getting into it. I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
All right. Yeah. No, that's a good call. It's a good call.
I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody can tell me whether you can keep renewing your residency permit indefinitely. If you can, I'm quite happy with that. So I would see no reason to fret about not being able to get a citizenship in 5 years or 10.
Yeah.
You know, and no matter what age you are. Really.
Yeah. And you know what? As a resident, I think maybe if you're an American citizen, you might have to wait a couple of years. But most residents, even if they don't become citizens, can register to vote in the local elections, which is a very important. Yeah, it's a very important election. You know, arguably where there's a lot more influence and accessibility to politicians here in Portugal. So it's great that you can do that without becoming a full-on citizen.
That's the same in the US. If you're a local, if you have a green card, you can vote in local elections. You cannot vote in a federal election. So that's the same.
But yeah. And so the thing about our life, our world right now is that we're experiencing a time of very huge human migration, and it's affecting a lot of countries with and many issues in a lot of countries. It's just
particularly Europe.
It's everywhere really. It's affecting Canada and the US also, and I'm sure Great Britain. In fact, I know Great Britain. So I mean, it's just this. If you look at it from an historical perspective, you know, things are changing because of the way the world is changing. And it's very interesting. It's an interesting time to be alive and to be able to, participate.
Well said, Kat. And also another way of looking at it, as Toto is thinking here, I think that comes up on the graphic here. Oh, no, it doesn't actually. A later version of this graphic, Toto is thinking to himself, herself, what's the alternative? And that's an important question now, isn't it? Given what's going on in the whole world, as you quite rightly point out, Kat. What's the alternative? Where else would you be or rather be at this moment, given some shortcomings that we've also touched on this evening? So, yeah, thank you all. It was dangerous to ask that question, perhaps, in a way, but you've all given. Well, hey, Pat's here, everybody, now.
Hi, Pat.
I'm sure Pat's going to love that. I'm sure you're going to love it, Pat. You're going to drink now, aren't you? Bit of Fizz.
Must have a drink.
Tell us about this, Pat. No. You're the final word on the Fizz in Lisbon.
Final word on the Fizz.
Okay, well, as we say in the United States, this is a $2 chuck, so I'm not sure how good it's going to be.
$2 chuck.
It's not horrible.
It's not horrible. That's a good start. Is it cold now? Is it still cold, Pat? Because you've come into a warm Fizz, which I'm worried about.
It is still cool. It's not cold.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's cool. There's a little bit of, I think, like raspberry to it.
Listen to you.
It's a little, it's fresh. It's effervescent. It is not too dry. We were going for dry. I think this is sort of in between dry and sweet. So I like it. I think I'll finish the bottle without a problem.
Eric's off to get a red, right?
Yeah, that won't be a problem for her. And yes, I have a red in the refrigerator.
I figured he was not going to like it.
Yes, you like your red cold as well, don't you? Good evening, people from Grady, who didn't join us. Was he with us last time? And he was effing and jeffing throughout the whole thing. Is that the last time?
No, in Lee's defence, he was a right gent when we went to. He was marvellous. When we went to the rugby, he was such a well-behaved gent from the north.
And did I see a picture of him explaining quantum physics to Eric on the touchline?
Yes. It was all about the single point of quantum physics, which comes down to the middle finger.
Yeah. Who knew? Who knew? It's like the slit test, isn't it?
Yeah.
Waves and particles. Talking of waves and particles, it's time for us to wave goodbye. See what I did there?
Whoa!
That's why you do what you do, sir.
Thank you very much indeed. We're going to have a lock-in now. The link is on the screen for anyone who wants to join us, Mr. McGrady, Pete and Diane, and the Sky of the Skies if you want to join us.
I just want to say, right, have you ever seen that video, Addicted to Love, with Robert Palmer?
I certainly have. Yeah, it's
If you
burned
look at
in
the
my mind.
lighting you have there, sir,
Yeah.
you could do a Robert Palmer video, Addicted to
All
Love.
it needs is some
I will go and
Yes.
get. I will
And
go and
women.
get my black pencil skirt now and my red lipstick.
Oh, please don't.
No, let's not do
The
that.
red
Yeah.
lipstick is very important.
Be
And
kind.
Carl, can you
Yeah,
pull
I
your
am.
hair back tightly?
I can always pull my hair back tightly for you, Johnny. I don't know what you've got in mind.
There
but-
is Lee.
All right, Lee McGrady, everybody. With a J in there. All right.
I've only come for the lock-in because apparently I'm too rude to be on the main show.
Yes.
Yeah.
of course you are.